We're back for another edition of Kelsey's Corner. We got Kelsey Hall in studio today. Look, you gave me crap about not going to your game, so I went to your game, and now you're at my game, pretty much. We're back in the studio.
You know what? That's a fair play right there. I called you out, but you know what you did? You delivered.
I did.
He did deliver, and he was there. Not for the game he should have been there for, but he was there.
I would just like to point out ASU softball is 1-0 when I'm in attendance. Just put that out there. I don't know, maybe it's something in the air when I'm at Cliff Harrington, so maybe I just need to be there at all times, but it is
so
what it
we
is.
can blame our losses on you.
So 3-1, ASU softball went 3-1 this weekend, Kelsey. Obviously, I want to start off with what we talked about last week. Obviously, pointed out the fact that you were still waiting for the elusive first home run of the season, and right on cue, that same day, knocked one out of the park. Just what was that moment like for you?
It was the same day, and you know what? When I was running around the bases, I thought, why hasn't he called me out about this sooner? Come on, I've been waiting for this. But it really was, it was a relief that it's still in the toolbox, actually, that it can happen. No, but it was pretty cool. It was a change up, and I sat on it, and then so off the bat, I was like, oh, this is gone. And then just that fear of when you're trotting, you're like, what if it's not gone? And it hits the wall, and then I'm stuck at first. I will be pulled out of this game. But once it went out, everyone, literally Coach Deck goes, finally! Everyone was just really happy for me. So it was a pretty cool feeling.
So when's the first home run game?
Whoa.
Look, you said call you out. There we go. We got one, now we need two. We need 2 home runs in a game.
Yeah, that's fair. You know what? Let's do another podcast session on Friday,
okay.
And then we can do one on Saturday, and then we can do one on Sunday. So then I'll have home runs in every game against Washington.
If that's what it takes.
That's what it takes. I'm committed.
We'll definitely get into Washington here in a little bit, but the game that I was at, the James Madison game, the same day that you had hit the homer. Unfortunately for me, it was the game before, but that was just a great game. You guys beat James Madison 5-2. The fourth inning specifically was the one that I want to talk about. You guys scored all 5, I believe, of the runs against James Madison. Like, is there just a moment that you guys can kind of feel out there where you feel the momentum starting to build for you guys, like as hitters? Because that inning specifically, it just felt like you guys had everything going for you, whether it was you, Yaya, like Jordan Van Hook, everybody was just on an absolute heater in the fourth.
We definitely are, exactly as you said. We're a momentum team, 100%. And so I think the thing that we've talked about is continuing to build momentum on our own. And from the first pitch, we take the momentum right away. So I think once one person starts, what we do is we just simplify it and we just celebrate each other to pass the bat. We celebrate all the little things. So that's why it turns into the bigger moments and bigger run innings type of thing. So it was a pretty fun inning, considering that is a really good ball club.
Yeah.
They're pretty bad to the bone. It was pretty cool that we were able to have them here. So yeah, when one thing starts, this team just gets going, and we have a lot of speed on this team.
Yeah.
So then we apply pressure on the bases, and then we have power up to bat. So once we start, it's a pretty fun thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I want to talk a little bit about Jordan Van Hook, because obviously she missed some games at the start of the season, but from everything that I saw over the weekend, she looks like she is right back into form. Again, that James Madison game, I think she was perfect the entire game. Like, what has it been like just to have her back in the lineup for you guys?
Oh, it's been awesome. It's such a exciting feeling seeing her slowly get back to who we all know she can be, just because of injury, and it was nothing other than that. But you know what's been really cool is the fact that she's been a huge part of this team, whether she was in the lineup, whether she was physically able to perform or not. Yeah. So now that she gets those results that we all know she can have, just when she hit that first home run this weekend, I was just so excited. It felt like I hit a home run personally, because I was so happy for her. So that'll be a huge piece of our lineup.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
So on that Friday, you guys beat UC San Diego 15-0, mercy rule. Love to see that. Then the James Madison game, 5-2. We talked about that fourth inning, but if you were in attendance for that game, the very end of it was just absolutely elite. James Madison, bases loaded, like no outs.
Miss McGee.
And she comes up and she is like She's dead set. She's locked in, and you hear the grunt when she throws that pitch, like as she's warming up. And I think everybody on James Madison's side, like in the stands, was just kind of like, uh-oh. Like, what was it like just to watch her go to work in that final inning?
I love playing behind all of our pitchers, but I love how locked in Kylie is. I think we've talked about this before, how she is the sweetest, most gentle human being on the planet. But when it comes to softball, when she is on the mound, she is the most, I just feel her energy from all the way in the grass. And what's pretty cool is every pitcher has their own things that they do when they turn around. I'd like to think they're looking at me, but I learned that majority of them are looking into the distance. But me and Kylie, like, she'll point at me because I'm pretty loud in the outfield. And so she's just really locked in with all of her infielders, all her outfielders. And so it was phenomenal to see her get going and her celebrate. And it was a great moment to be a part of, for sure.
It was crazy. Look, I'll tell you, I will stand on the hill that there is nothing more electric at Arizona State than ASU softball. It is quite literally my favorite sport to go out and watch. When Sean and Shane were on the show and we would go and we covered ASU softball and the regional and the super regional, like, some of those games just get so damn intense. And I think so much of it has to do with, like, the vibe that you guys have as teammates is so different than sports like basketball, women's, men's, baseball, golf. Like, it's just completely different. And something that I had brought up, right, I took notes while I was at the game, and we were kind of going over them beforehand. But, like, I have to know, for anybody that hasn't been to an ASU softball game, or I guess just a softball game in general, the amount of handshakes and stuff that they have with each other is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. How do you go about remembering all of these different handshakes with everybody?
I thought you were going to start saying about how electric it was. I was like, don't just go to any softball game.
It was electric.
Go to ASU softball games. They are awesome, okay? But
we're clipping that, by the way. That's getting clipped, and that's getting put on Twitter for sure.
There we go. Promote. But what we were talking about earlier is when we were thinking of them all, especially opening weekend, we were like, you'd go around to everyone in the room. You're like, we don't have one. What are we going to do? And, like, you're just sitting there. We're like bouncing around, just like you can see, like, the juices, the creative juices trying to flow. And so then it took probably, since we have so many games in a weekend, the first game that we did it, we're all just looking at each other like, what was our handshake? And so then as you're going down the line, usually one of you is pretty confident in it, and they'll, like, give you a little sly cue. Like me and Mac Osborne, we do, like, the Superman, like, open the chest, and she'll go, Superman. So then I know what it is. So it's definitely, now it's more of a routine, though, because it's typically the same type of routine of patterns. So, and then you do them on the field. I don't know if you noticed that. In between outs, we all do our own little thing. And so it's just fun. It keeps everything upbeat. It keeps everything a little silly and locked in. And
in between outs, what's this?
It's like a saddle up.
Okay.
And that's one we do. Did you see me and Lily, what we do? We, like, do the lawnmower thing. So the funny story, this is how I'm going to know if my mom watches this. Because my mom sent me a video a couple months ago, and she was trying to start a lawnmower. Or my grandma sent it of my mom trying to do it. And she's just sitting there like,
She's making the noise while she's doing it.
She was just trying so hard. And me and Lily sat there and laughed for like 5 minutes at this video. So now when you come to a game next, you'll see us do it. And that's because of my mom attempting to start a lawnmower. So
I love it. Look, I won't be able to make it to any games this weekend. Obviously, you guys are on the road for Washington. Pac-12 play right around the corner. Washington this weekend. You got GCU on Tuesday. Like, is there a different change in mindset getting into conference play? I know we've talked before where it really is for you guys, just like whatever opponent you guys have that day and that weekend, that's what you're locked in on. But is there that thought of like, okay, it is almost like it's 0-0 now. Like, we aren't 14-7. Like, we are starting a new season.
Yes and no. I think there's obviously the elephant in the room that these are the games. This is conference. This is the big plays. Like, this is a huge part of what is going into our success. But everything, the mindset, like we talked about last week, our goal going into last weekend was to get our mindset ready to treat it as if we were playing Washington. So in the mindset wise, I would like to say that we have been preparing as if we were playing pack play every single game. Obviously, there's trials and tribulations within that for sure. But it does become different in the physical aspect because I don't think we've played a team twice yet. And so each team gets more familiar with each other. And then when it comes to film, we're not watching 20 different arms, but we're watching the same arms and they're watching us. Like they're zoning in on, oh, what can't she hit? What pitch can she throw? So it's definitely a more personal approach as far as preparation, but I'm excited. It's going to be fun because pack play, I've obviously never been a part of it, but it's very gritty and the grittiest team's going to come out on top. So it'll be a dogfight every weekend, I hope.
Absolutely. So I'm looking forward to it, especially when some of those teams get to Club Farrington, see the energy start to ramp up. Look, I know I keep referencing the James Madison game because it's the game that I was at, but I did take notes. Again, I know we went over it. So there are some things that, again, I have to ask you, and I would love.
I'm an open book.
I would love also some of your teammates. They just some of the things that I got for them. I need it changed up, or I just need explanations.
They're gonna be like, "Who is this guy?
I mean,
who does he think he is?
Shannon,
What's going on?"
I'm talking to you here. Just your walk-up song is not it for me.
Stop it.
It's just not it for me. There were, again, like literal moments where I was sitting there. First off, I was freezing. I don't know how y'all were like not cold at all.
I did see you. You were at the top and you were so alone.
I was cold.
And you were so
Thanks, Kelsey. Appreciate that one.
You were like the only person in that section because I had noticed.
I was locked in.
Yeah, you were. And now that makes sense because whenever I'd like run in, I'd be like, oh, like Anthony's here. I'm like, what's he doing on his phone? So now I know you were taking notes.
So Shannon's walk-up song, it's just not my 2 cents. Like it is what it is.
I think that comes from a movie.
Okay.
So it comes from a movie, and then she has her hit celebration that is connected to the show. Okay. It's like the claw. I don't know what the movie is. I'll have to ask her and get back to you on it.
Yeah.
But her celebration on base it's pretty fire. It's like she like gets back in. I'll have to send you a video.
Yeah, I'm gonna need all. Like I said, guys,
I'll give you context.
ASU softball is such an elite. It's such an elite sport. Okay, Yanixa Acuna, is she the fastest on the team? Because she has wheels on the notes. She's got to be.
I think
she's a speed demon.
It's either her, Lissy, or Jada Lewis. So when we have our run days, we do heats for our competition, and it's always them three and Tanya Wendell. And you never know who's going to win. Sometimes I say, throw me in there, and I win. No, I'm just kidding.
I have it literally right here. You low-key have wheels. So
I gotta see. I'm kidding, guys. I would not win that race. I know my strengths, and I know my
podcasting, right?
Yes. That actually is my biggest strength in life is podcasting.
Oh, wow. In life.
Yes, in life.
Top three? Yeah. Do you have a top three or your strongest life skills? Podcasting, of course.
Podcasting, my speed, like I just mentioned, and the ability to call Totri out for not showing up as he's saying how ASU softball is the best.
Yeah.
But now he's been to one.
There you go.
But we can build. But I see my speed is, I just got to get going a little bit. Yeah, I think that's the issue. Is it's maybe like not like the straight start. Like Yaya can probably run home to first faster than I can run half of it. But if I'm hitting a triple, I'm getting there. I'm booking it. The momentum is taking.
Low-key have wheels. Okay, the Rocky walk-up song, it's elite in theory, and then when you're in person, it is also just as elite. Just so everybody knows. I forget what inning it was, but I think there was 2 outs. And you were up and that song comes on, it's just, you get ready to square up. Like I'm in the stands by myself, like fighting demons, like ready to go. It's that good. It's that good of a walk-up song.
Thank you. I've had it since my freshman year of college back at Fresno State. So it's stayed with me all through these years. So
was there ever a thought to change it?
No. Luckily, so at Boise, we had 3 walk-up songs. Jeez. Fresno, we only had 1. And then here we have 2. So luckily I've been able to keep it consistent. I just feel like it's part of me.
Yeah. Especially you had it that long.
Yeah, like I can't stray away now. That'd
Yeah.
be outlandish.
The entire weekend I'm leaving, right? And like some of these are walk-up songs, and I'm like, what would my walk-up song?
What would it be?
I don't know. I don't know what my walk-up song would be. I would like. It's such a like important decision. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it really says a lot about you.
It does. It does say a lot about you. Some people do a lot. Like both of mine are for my family.
Yeah.
So other people do some, because some in the past I've had are hype up songs, and then some people like to go the chill route.
I couldn't
Some
do the chill
people
route.
see. I like it though. Like Jordan's she has both. I think both of hers are pretty like chill.
Yeah.
They're just like a good beat, good vibes, and you're just sitting in the dugout like. She has like that Drake song.
Yeah, I literally
good.
have Javen Hook's "Walk Up Is Money."
Yeah, it's fire. She's got some good ones. So it
Kinch
really
has
just
a great
depends.
one. Lissy has a great one, and then I got Kylie was cooking in the 6. So
Yeah,
those are my notes.
That's all you need
Those
to
are
know
my
about
notes.
ASU softballs. We have fire walk-up
Fire
songs,
walk-ups.
and Kylie McGee can throw gas.
Absolutely. Gas is an understatement as to what she can throw. And fun fact, I saw her at Waffle House when I was there.
Oh, we get it, guys.
Oh, okay.
Totri has been to
Okay.
Waffle House, and he has gone viral for his Waffle House endeavors. If you didn't know.
There we go.
There
we
it
go.
is. I told you, top 3 skills.
No, yeah, top 3 skills. I feel like "Welcome to the Jungle" would be a good walk-up song. I feel like that would be a fire walk-up song.
Yeah, it'd be tough.
Pure Water. There's so many. But look, enough about walk-up songs. Kelsey, obviously an important weekend ahead against Washington. Like, what would your message, I guess, to Sun Devil fans on the road, whether they're going to be in attendance, watching online, watching on TV, anyway, just what would your message to Sun Devil Nation be?
I would say, again, we are so thankful every opportunity that we've gotten. And luckily, we've been home every single game that we've had so far for your guys' support. But it doesn't stop there. We need you guys always. We love you guys always, whether it is virtual, whether it is in Seattle. But continue to show your support, and we promise we'll show up and show out and give you a good dogfight.
Absolutely. Guys, Kelsey Hall, part-time podcaster, full-time softball player, and get yourself to an ASU softball game immediately.
Quicker than Totri did.